Yeah! Get ready!
Oh, come at me.
Rah! Take this!
Is that all?
The psychology of people who don't react. There is a certain type of person that confuses almost everyone. They do not argue. They do not defend themselves. They do not explain too much. When people provoke them, they stay calm. When people insult them, they stay quiet. And because of that, they are often misunderstood. Some people think they are weak. Some think they are afraid. Some think they have nothing to say. But psychology reveals something deeper. Sometimes the person who does not react is the one who understands the most. Part 1. Why most people react. To understand those who do not react, we must first understand why most people do. Reaction is emotional. It comes from the brain's need to defend identity. When someone criticizes you, your brain hears a threat, not a physical threat, but a psychological one. Your image is being challenged. Your ego is being touched. So the brain responds quickly. It tries to protect you. This is why people argue. This is why people raise their voices. This is why people over-explain. They are not always trying to win. They are trying to protect how they feel about themselves. Part 2. The power of awareness. People who do not react are not emotionless. They are aware. They understand that not every situation deserves a response. They see the difference between what matters and what is just noise. This awareness gives them control. Instead of reacting instantly, they observe first. They ask themselves, is this worth my energy? Is this worth my attention? Is this worth my peace? Most of the time, the answer is no, and so they remain calm. Part 3. Emotional control is learned. Remaining calm is not something people are born with. It is something they learn through experience, through pain, through reflection. Many people who do not react have reacted too much in the past. They have argued, they have explained, they have tried to prove themselves, and they learned something important. Not every reaction changes the outcome. Sometimes it only drains you. So they begin to change. They begin to choose silence over noise. Part 4. Silence is often misunderstood. Society often rewards loudness. People who speak quickly are seen as confident. People who argue strongly are seen as powerful. But silence is different. Silence is not always weakness. Sometimes silence is restraint. Sometimes silence is discipline. People who do not react understand something most people ignore. Not everything deserves your voice. Part 5. They observe more than they speak. When you are always reacting, you are always focused on expressing. But when you are calm, you begin to observe. You notice patterns. You notice behavior. You notice intentions. People who do not react often see more than others because they are not distracted by emotion. They are watching, and observation is power. Part 6. They are not easily controlled. People who react quickly can be controlled easily. All someone has to do is provoke them, push the right button, say the right thing, trigger the right emotion, and they lose control. But people who do not react are different. You cannot control them through emotion because they do not respond instantly. They pause, and that pause breaks manipulation. Part 7. They protect their energy. Reaction consumes energy. Arguing takes energy. Defending takes energy. Explaining takes energy. People who do not react understand this. They are selective. They invest their energy only where it matters. They do not waste it on people who are not listening. They do not waste it on situations that will not change. This is not avoidance. This is discipline. Part 8. They choose long-term peace over short-term satisfaction. Reacting often feels good in the moment. You say what you want, you express your anger, you feel relief, but that feeling is temporary, and sometimes it creates more problems. People who do not react think differently. They ask, what happens after this? They value peace over temporary emotional release. Part 9. They understand people. Not every insult is about you. Sometimes it is about the other person, their frustration, their insecurity, their internal struggles. People who do not react understand this. They do not take everything personally. They see behavior as information, not always as an attack. Part 10. The strength of not reacting. Remaining calm when you could react is one of the highest forms of strength. It requires self-control, awareness, discipline. It is easy to react. It is harder to remain still. People who do not react are not weak. They are controlled. Part 11. When not reacting becomes powerful. There are moments when silence speaks louder than words. When you do not respond, people begin to think. They question themselves. They feel the absence of reaction. This creates a different kind of power, not loud power, but quiet control. Closing. Not reacting does not mean you have nothing to say. It means you are choosing when to speak. It means you are not controlled by every situation. It means you understand yourself. And in a world where everyone is reacting, the person who remains calm stands out the most.